What's up, guys? It's your boy, Barça Boy 103. Just finished watching the match, and Barcelona thrash Athletic Club 3-0 in the final match of the 2024-2025 season away at the San Mamés, may I add. In the most difficult away game of the season, Barcelona walked away with 3 goals, a clean sheet, and a good performance overall. You cannot end the season much better than that, of course, alongside a domestic treble as well. But overall, the mood is high to end off a fantastic season. The starting lineup for this match is on the screen for you right now. It was Iñaki Peña in goal, a back four of Eric Garcia, Pau Cubarsí, Ronald Araujo, and Alejandro Balde, a midfield three of Gavi, Pedri, and Fermin, a front three of Lamine Yamal, Lewandowski, and Rafinha. So a few changes from the last match against Villarreal. We didn't get our full La Masia 11. We were 3 players away from that. Of course, Pedri, Rafinha, and Lewandowski not being from the academy, and Iñaki Peña starting the game was the surprise package. But overall, a few rotations from that game, but still a fairly strong team on the night. The first goal scored in this match was scored by RL9 Robert Lewandowski to score his 100th goal for Football Club Barcelona. Fantastic build-up play from Pedri and Fermin. Pedri found that slick through ball into Fermin. Fermin with that fantastic through ball through the entire Bilbao midfield and defense. Lewandowski was one with the goalkeeper, Unai Simon, and he chipped him and he scored his 100th goal and giving Barcelona the 1-0 lead as well. The second goal scored in this match was scored again by RL9 Robert Lewandowski to complete his brace on the evening. It was a corner kick coming in from Rafinha. A Bilbao player actually headed the ball to flick it on to Lua on the far post. He probably thought he was clearing it or trying to deflect the ball in some sort of capacity, but he flicked it onto Lewandowski, who was free header for him. Open net as well. 2-0 lead, 2 goals in quick succession, and that gave Barcelona some nice comfortability in this game. And the third and final goal scored was scored by Dani Olmo from the penalty. He did, of course, earn the penalty as well. I thought that Lamine was going to take it potentially, but we do know that Olmo is probably the better penalty taker. Great penalty, far right-hand corner. Unai Simon, the goalkeeper, went the right way, but he put the right in that corner. Fantastic. And, of course, the penalty, clarissimo. It was a clear penalty. I was more shocked and embarrassed that the referee didn't give it initially. He needed a VAR review to get it. Thank God it's his last game as a referee because he's retiring afterwards. But great build-up play from Barcelona as well as a through ball with Olmo. He used some good movement and pace to get in behind. I think it was Yuri Berchiche, but then he took him out, of course, in the box. Clear penalty, good penalty as well from Olmo as well. And that gave Barcelona the 3-0 lead. And, of course, 3 points and a great way to cap off the season. So overall, the team performance rating on the night, I'm giving it a very solid 8 out of 10 for a couple reasons. Of course, being this game meaning nothing apart from potentially an Inigo case that probably will not happen. We need to win this game. We played a fairly strong team as well, having our, technically third choice goalkeeper in goal. I think that first 10 to 15 minutes, we weren't crap, but we were just, I think the moment, this atmosphere, the stadium was getting to us. They had a few chances in behind. We were being a bit sloppy. But just when Lewandowski scored his goal, first goal, the chip, after that, fantastic play by Fermin and by Pedri, it was just cruise control from Barcelona. I have to say, this game, by far, was the best game I've seen Barcelona in build-up play of recent memory. I can't remember a game where we were this good in build-up play this season. We probably were, but I just can't remember off the top of my head. The fluidity, the chemistry, the 1-2s, the slick passes, the intricate play was absolutely phenomenal in this game. I mean, I don't want to say it, but I'm going to say it. It looked like it was, tiki-taka back in front of my eyes. I mean, every single time we had possession, we just worked it. Nice short passes, quick succession, quick movement, 1 or 2 touches at the absolute most, getting in behind. And once, of course, we hit that final third, that's where the sloppiness comes in. Your poor Lewandowski touch, your bad decision making from Rafinha, Lamine going for the magical thing, whatever it may be, a tackle comes in. But the build-up play was sensational. And I would say as well, the control and touches of every player but one, the one being, of course, Lewandowski, was sensational. Eric Garcia's touch was fantastic. Gavi, Pedri, Fermin, Cubarsí as well. It was a stunning performance in build-up play and a lot in transition as well. Counter-attacks could have been a bit better, especially in attacking transition. We weren't, too, I wouldn't say clinical, but the decision-making wasn't the best. I remember that one in the second half where Lemmy went for the diagonal. He should have probably passed it short. I don't know who was in behind him on the right-hand side, but that pass seemed much easier. But before scored 3 goals, the 2 goals were solid as well. We missed a few chances. Lewandowski missed 2 chances. Lemmy missed a chance as well. But I was in awe today watching the build-up play and the fluidity of this team. And seeing this gives us a lot of, course, encouragement and hope for next season as well, to what we can expect. That this team is, of course, at a very high level. And you know, this season they were maybe a bit more professional since that Atletico 4-2 win, just getting results. That was really the priority. I still do think we played some dominant and good football, but this game I saw, like, you know, a good baseline of what we can expect for next season, because the passes of play were unbelievable. That's why I keep on highlighting it. It was that good. The performance on a whole, I would still say, was very solid, apart from that 15 open 10 to 15 minutes. I never really felt that Bilbao were in this game apart from that moment. They had some chances in behind as well, but I think we did some solid defending and stopped them in their path. They didn't really have literally a clear chance of goal. They missed a sweat that was offside. They scored that was offside. I think they had one other chance in behind, which Inaki Peña collected. Of course, hitting the bar was come from our own player. But I think overall, we played a really solid game. Difficult stadium as well. Against a difficult team. 8 out of 10 for me. Stunning way to end off the season. Let's now get into the players' individual player rating. We're off, of course, with the goalkeeper Inaki Peña, surprise starter per se. 7 out of 10. This is a great performance for him to end off his career, which looks like will be elsewhere. Apart from Barcelona this summer. Clean sheet, first of all, made 2 fantastic saves in this game. The first one, I believe it was in the first half, was fantastic. The one off the bar as well was fantastic as well. His decision making, passes of play was great. I think he performed today 100% better than what Ter Stegen did against Valladolid or Villarreal. Still don't think we should be keeping him. I still think in the long term, he's not really the Barcelona goalkeeper. I know he has this performance in him, but he's just not consistent. Again, he's had 2 chances. I don't want to dwell on it too much, but solid performance from him in his final game for Barcelona, most likely. Credit to him. I think he was great between the sticks, shot stopping as well. Build-up play was fantastic. Looked really calm, cool, composed as well, even though he hasn't played since, I want to say, the middle of January. So, and a difficult stadium against a difficult team. I do want to give credit where it's due for Inaki. 7 out of 10 for me. Great performance from him. And it's a partnership now in front of him. First on the left-hand side, it was Pau Cubarsí. 8 out of 10 for me. I thought Pau was fantastic. Dealt with a lot in this game, whether it be balls over the top, balls in behind. Dealt with that target man of a striker as well in the air. I thought it was just an overall, cool, clean, crisp performance from Pau. His build-up play was fantastic as well, finding those passes in spaces that no one else can see. I think in tight spaces as well, in our boxes, he was making every single correct decision. Chip passing it to Balde, slip in through, pass in the middle to Gavi or Fermin. I thought he had an absolutely astonishing performance. 8 out of 10 for me. Sublime from him. His partner, of course, on the right hand side was Ronald Araujo. Average 6 out of 10. Didn't do anything too crazy. Didn't really have to do too much defending. He had that great block in the first half from the cutback, which he should have done against Inter. You twat. Apart from that, played a normal game. I think a lot of the attacks are going on Cubarsi's side. That's why Cubarsí was a higher rating, and plus Cubarsí played longer in the game as well. Not saying that Araujo was poor. I think he had a performance to what I expect from him. He had some good aerial duels that he won. Had some good recovery pace. So solid from Araujo. Nothing outlandish from him. So your average 6 out of 10. Solid cameo from him. In our fullbacks now, firstly, left-hand side was Alejandro Balde. 7 out of 10 for me. Just the freshness of seeing Balde. I've missed it so much. The burst of pace, the runs inside, the dribbling was second to none. You can see the big difference between him and Gerard Martin, and he just provides that world-class ability. I think he made some great runs in behind. He had technique. He had inverted passes. Didn't really have anything in the final third per se. It was a lot of recovery and middle of the pitch play from him in this game for sure. Nothing. I can't remember any ball, any cross he had in that final third, to be honest. But I think he had a really good cameo. Of course, defended pretty well. Played about, I think it was 80 minutes or 79 minutes or so. But I think he had a really good cameo. 7 out of 10 from me. Same goes with the other fullback on the right hand side in Eric Garcia. He also gets a 7 out of 10 for me. I thought Eric played very well. Of course, it got done a little bit by Nico Williams, but in the end, Nico had 0 goals, 0 assists, so Eric Garcia did his job in the end. I think he got turned over maybe twice, and that was simply just for pace. I think he dealt with him very well, dealing with one of the best wingers in La Liga. He had a few misplaced passes, especially in that first half where we were, not dominating in that opening 10-15 minutes. But once we got locked in, he locked in too. I have to highlight some of the things he was doing in that second half in the tiki-taka passes of play were sensational, making the correct pass, correct movement, perfect weight on the ball. I think he defended very well in that last 10 minutes as well. Solid cameo from him. 7 out of 10 from me. Into the midfield now. Firstly, in the pivot, it is Gavi. He gets an 8 out of 10 and my man of the match. I mean, fuck me, man. This guy is a player and a half. Imagine a midfield three of him, Bernal, and Pedri. Bring on next season, man. I need to see that midfield. But I think Gavi today was absolutely unbelievable. The movement, the passes of play, the vision, the ball recoveries, the ground duels, the aerial duels as well. The guy is 5'8" and beating 6'3" players to headers. He was all over the pitch, covered every single blade of grass, getting stuck in, making the correct movement, encouraging his teammates as well. I mean, a goal or assist, he would have gotten a 9, maybe even a perfect 10. That's how, I mean, this is like a high level 8 out of 10 from Gavi. I thought he was absolutely sensational in this game. It really shows the quality of the player as well, and I think it's going to be a huge season for him next season. Of course, this season he kind of had a secondary role because he came back from a big injury pretty late on as well, and with the intense games, he really couldn't get like a proper run in. But my God, is this guy absolutely talented, and had the technique of him as well, especially in that position, is second to none. 8 out of 10 from me. My man of the match. Phenomenal performance from Gavi. Other midfielder, of course, beside him in the pivot was Pedri. He gets a 6 out of 10 from me. I thought Pedri played very well in this game. And the reason why I want to point this out is that he went back to the Pedri of old, the Pedri from February, March, where he didn't take too much time on the ball. 1 to 2 touches at the absolute most. Kept the ball moving, kept the ball progressing, and looked forward as well. Had some great movements, some turns and close control where you're thinking, fuck it up, man, this guy's absolutely magical. Had some great passes as well that didn't lead to a goal or an assist, but the ball down the right hand side to Lamine, the passes in the middle to Fermin, and the passes out wide to Rafinha were all sensational. Controlled that game very well, kept the tempo, kept the composure. Stunning performance from him. Typical Pedri stuff. 8 out of 10 from me. Final midfielder, of course, in the 10 was Fermin Lopez, another 8 out of 10. I think Fermin Lopez had a great cameo. I was seeing reports and people saying in the chat, like, oh, Rafinha in the 10. Look, we have 2 world-class 10s in Fermin and Dani Olmo, both offering you something different, but both have quality and technique to play the level for Barcelona. I thought he was outstanding. His ball movement, his run forward, the mindset of, creating chances. Once he went on to the left as well, I'm thinking, oh, he's on the left, it's going to be a bit stinky. Still played well, put in some fantastic crosses throughout the whole entire game, which either we scuffed or no one got onto. His drop of the shoulder, his intricate play, and also, I must add, his dribbling. His close control dribbling, his outside control dribbling was second to none in this game. Stellar performance from him. 8 out of 10. From me. Into the forwards now. First on the right wing, it was Lamine Yamal. 7 out of 10 for me. Thought he played well, had some good dribbles, was a threat. Missed that big chance in the second half as well, the near post of Unai Simon, but it didn't really get on the ball, I would say, in that first half too much. Everything was coming down the left-hand side of Balde and Rafinha. A lot more in the middle as well. When it got to the right-hand side, I think Lamine dealt with it pretty well. Had some great touches, some great dip dribbles and movements in this game. Was definitely a threat. And yeah, I wouldn't say he was like super impactful. Of course, he didn't really get the ball as much as he would hope in a game like this, but I still think he had a really good cameo. So 7 out of 10 from me. On the left-hand side, of course, was Rafinha. He gets his average 6 out of 10. I'm not saying an average like poor like Arujo, but did what I expected from him. He had some good movements. I had that great cross in the second half for Lua, which Lua absolutely fucked. That was a great cross from Rafa. Of course, putting the cross in for the Lewandowski header goal, so we could give him maybe a half assist on that. But made some good movements, some good runs. His touches and a lot of his crosses weren't that great in the first half. In the second half, he improved much more, but of course, didn't last too much in the second half. But not terrible, just like Arujo, just what I expected from him. So average 6 out of 10. And last but not least, of course, up front, RL9, Robert Lewandowski with his brace gets a 7 out of 10 for me. The only reason for that is that he should have had a hat-trick. I mean, I'm absolutely baffled with the 2 missed chances that he had in that second half. The 1v1 and the cross from Rafa both have to go in. His touch was absolutely shit today as well. I mean, for the goal, the chip finish was great. The header, of course, free header, was solid. I'm not taking away from Lewis' performance, but I think he should have had a much better touch in this game. He should have had a hat-trick. Maybe could have had a super hat-trick in this game. Wasn't really that decisive, despite scoring his 2 goals. And movement and touch just looks like it's leggy, man. I don't know if we're gonna survive with him next season. Hopefully he has one more season of, you know, semi-decent performances in him, but I thought he played overall okay, you know, solid. Got his 2 goals, but could have been much better and probably should have been much better and more goals on the score sheet. But 7 out of 10 for Lua. Finally, of course, the substitutions. Those were Christensen, Olmo, Gerard Martin, Frankie, and Pau Victor. Don't even think Pau Victor touched the ball or even had an attacking play. Frankie had, I think, a couple of diagonals. I don't think Gerard Martin touched the ball too much. Of course, Olmo got the penalty goal. Good goal from him. Good penalty. Good run in behind. Christensen as well. I thought Christensen looked really, really solid. Yet again, his pass, his fluidity, inside tight spaces, keeping the ball moving. Just hope he stays fit, and then we have no problems at center back. But all subs came in mainly for probably freshness, but not too many of them had some impact due to how late the subs came in. But Olmo and Christian for me were probably the better 2 in terms of impact on the game. But yeah, they came in, had a solid impact, and provided that freshness that we needed. And last but not the least is, of course, the manager, Hansi Flick, who tonight for me will be getting an 8 out of 10. Picked a good lineup. 3 goals, clean sheet, win at the end of the final, you know, game of the season at the San Mamés against Athletic Club. Only real core I have is not, you know, making subs earlier. Letting the players come in, have more time, not bringing on, you know, forward as well out wide. He kept, you know, Fermin and Lamine out there. Lamine, I think, went no to being sub, so he kind of, you know, gave into player power a little bit. But yeah, I think maybe that first opening 10-15 minutes could have had the team more shared up, more locked in. That probably comes down to the players more than the manager. But yeah, fantastic way to end off the season. Had a great impact. Again, you know, having the balls put in Nakapena in as well after not playing for 3 months is no mean feat. You know, keeping the team fairly strong as well. Wish we got that La Masia 11, but maybe next time in the future. But overall from Flick today, solid effort. 8 out of 10 from me. So that was a match review for Athletic Club versus Barcelona in La Liga. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, of course, make sure you drop a like down below, and of course in the comments down below as well, let me know your thoughts on everything we did discuss. The main thing I want to first, of course, is your thoughts on the performance, your player ratings, and your manager rating as well. And of course, don't forget to subscribe down below if you haven't already, and I will see you guys on Tuesday for the season review video to end off officially this 24-25 season. So I'll see you guys then for that. Take care and Forza Barça.